So, Driving the Roads by me and Courtney.
Okay, so to drive safely, you must know the basics of going around a curve, your reaction time, conditions, following the stopping distance, and speed.
Alright, your reaction time is the time that it takes for you to react to a certain situation, say we're dangerous or something like that. It's important because if you react slowly to a dangerous situation, then you could cause an accident, you could get hurt, you could do something bad.
Things that affect reaction time while you're driving is alcohol, drugs, music that's distracting or loud, texting or being on the phone at all, and people in the back seat.
These things are also increased by, say, if people in the back seat were about your age, a teenager. Very loud, obnoxious music can also mess with that. Your following stopping distance. So your braking distance affects both your following distance and your stopping distance because, say, like if you're following somebody at a certain speed, you have to be able to know what your braking distance is in order to stop in case they were to stop abruptly. Also, your braking distance counts in towards your stopping distance and the total time it takes for you to come to a halt. This is just a graph that shows as the speed of your car increases, your reaction time, like as a person, increases. Also, your braking distance increases along with that, and your distance traveled will go up.
Okay, so as you approach a yellow light, you have to look for traffic, check your speed, watch for people walking across the streets. You have to be prepared to slow down or stop, and you have to know the go zone and stop zones, and these are the equations to find the go zone and stop zone.
Go zone is velocity of the car times the yellow light time minus the width of the intersection. And the stop zone is the velocity of the car times your reaction time plus your velocity squared divided by 2 times your acceleration. Overlap and dilemma zones are, an overlap zone is when your stopping distance overlaps, or not your stopping distance, your go zone and your stop zone overlap and create a space where it's safe to go or stop depending on whatever you feel. The dilemma zone is where you can't come safely to a stop in time, or you can't go safely either. Either way you're going to cause an accident, or you might.
As speed increases, so does the friction and the radius when you're turning. The slower the speed is, the smaller the turning radius is, or the higher the speed is, the bigger the radius would be. Turning a car is always accelerating, even if the speed stays the same, because velocity is also measured in direction, and